Hello, everyone, and a huge welcome back to Cognito Key. Today, we are going to unravel a really clever trick that honestly makes the modern internet possible for all of us. I mean, just think about it for a second. Right now, you might have your laptop, your phone, maybe a smart TV, all connected and online at the same time, but you only have one internet connection coming into your house, right? So how does that work? Well, that is exactly the mystery we're solving today. All right, so to really get how the solution works, we first have to understand the problem it was trying to solve. And trust me, it was a massive problem. The internet was literally facing an address crisis. You see, when the internet was first designed, they used a system called IPv4. The system had about 4.3 billion unique addresses available. Now that sounds like a ridiculously huge number, doesn't it? And for a while, it was. But nobody predicted the explosion of phones, computers, and all the smart devices that would need to get online. And yep, the inevitable happened. The demand for internet addresses just completely overwhelmed the supply. We simply ran out of new IPv4 addresses to give away. This was a serious roadblock that could have stopped the internet's growth dead in its tracks. But you know, engineers, they love a good problem. And they came up with an absolutely brilliant fix. This is where our hero of the day, Network Address Translation, or NAT, steps onto the stage. So what is NAT? Put simply, it's a process that lets a whole bunch of devices inside a private network, like all the gadgets in your home, share just one single public IP address to talk to the rest of the world. It's like having a master translator for your entire home network. Now, I know this might sound a little bit technical, but trust me, I've got the perfect way to explain it that makes it all click. Let's imagine your home network is a busy office building. So in this office, your router is the super smart, super efficient receptionist. All of your devices, your laptop, your phone, your tablet, they're like employees working in their own cubicles. Each one has a private internal phone extension, like extension 101, 102, and so on. But the outside world, the internet, it only knows the main phone number for the entire office. That's your public IP address. So let's follow a request from start to finish. Your laptop wants to visit a website. It sends that request to the receptionist, your router. The router makes a quick note in its logbook. Okay, laptop at extension 101 asked for this. Then it sends the request out using the main office phone number. When the website replies, it sends the information back to the main office number. The receptionist gets it, checks the logbook, sees, this replies for extension 101, and sends it straight to your laptop. So clever, right? And that logbook we just talked about? Well, this is what it looks like in the tech world. It's called a NAT translation table. Your router is constantly keeping track of which private device inside your home is talking to which public server out on the internet. This ensures every single piece of data finds its way back to the right screen. Okay, so it's not quite that simple. Like any great invention, NAT isn't just a one-size-fits-all thing. It has actually evolved over time, giving us a few different flavors. First up, we have Static NAT. This is the most basic version. It's a simple one-to-one mapping. One private address is permanently paired with one public address. The big problem here? Only one device can use that connection at a time. Not very helpful for a modern home with tons of gadgets. So, to fix that, Dynamic NAT was created. Now, instead of just one public IP, the router has a small collection, a pool of them. When a device wants to go online, the router just temporarily lends it an available IP from the pool. This is way better because now several devices can be online at once. But there was still room for improvement. And that brings us to the ultimate upgrade, the one you are almost certainly using at home right now, Port Address Translation, or PAT. This is where the real magic happens. PAT adds a special port number to the IP address. Think of it as an apartment number for your data packet. This simple addition is a total game changer. It means dozens of your devices can share that one single public IP, and they can all even talk to the exact same website at the exact same time. It's just maximum efficiency. So, after everything we've talked about, what's the verdict? Let's give NAT a proper report card and look at the good and the not so good. On the plus side, NAT is an absolute superstar. Its main job was to save IPv4 addresses, and it did that brilliantly. But it also gives you a fantastic security bonus. By hiding all your devices behind one address, it acts like a basic firewall, making it really hard for bad actors on the internet to target your computer or phone directly. Plus, it saves companies a lot of money. But hey, nothing's perfect, right? All that translating work can add a tiny bit of delay, what we call latency, and your router needs to use some of its brainpower, its memory and processor, to keep that logbook straight. And for some specific things like online gaming or certain file-sharing apps, NAT can sometimes get in the way and cause connection issues. And this brings us to a huge, fascinating question about the future. There's a new system being rolled out called IPv6, and it has, well, a nearly infinite number of addresses. Enough for every grain of sand on Earth to have its own. So, if we don't need to save addresses anymore, do we still need NAT? That's a big debate happening in the networking world as we speak. And that, everyone, is the magic of network address translation. I really hope this explainer helped make this invisible hero of the internet a little more visible. Thank you so much for joining me today on Cognito Key.
If you found this useful and maybe learned something new, please do subscribe to the channel for more explainers just like this one. Don't forget to hit that like button, and of course, share this with anyone you know who is curious about how the internet really works. Until next time.